when we discussed on DML. Insert, update, delete. Okay. And we started with select. Okay, how? What is the format? Select list of columns from tables where I can use join table 1 on condition so on. So we can have multiple, and we will be having where condition group by having order, group by columns having condition, order by select columns. Fine. Okay. So this is syntax which we have seen, and we started with where condition, right? So what we have done, we have not gone to joins first, we have gone to where condition. Select star from customer condition first ID equal to 102. This is what we have executed, right? So let us see 102. If I want 103, I will change 103. Okay. If I want only 102 and 103, you cannot use something like this. You cannot use this. Okay. Why? It will throw error. For that, we have multiple options, multiple ways we can get it. So we have something called as, in the where conditions, logical operators, we call it as and, or. These are the two things. When we are using two conditions, we can use these logical operators. Okay, using more than one condition. That means, and how? Let us take this is condition 1, and this is condition 2, and what it will result. Let us take condition 1 is true, second condition is also true, only then that condition will be true. Okay, you would have seen these in your school subjects, right? If condition 1 is true, condition 2 is false, then it results to false. This is false, this is true, this is false, 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 false. So AND operator is will be used if you think that if only both conditions are satisfied, then you should get that record. Okay, and will check each and every row, and it will check your first condition and second condition. If these two conditions are true, satisfied, only then that row will be displayed, or else it will not be displayed. If at least one condition is false, then that row will not be displayed. Okay, similar to AND, we have something else called as OR. This one, at least one condition is true, then you will display that record, that row. If both are false, then that row will not be displayed. That is OR condition. Simply saying AND condition is used only if all the conditions satisfied. Okay, rows will display only if all conditions are true. Okay, what about this? Or rows will display if any of the conditions are true. Any of the conditions, it can be one or more. Even one condition is true. So you can have one more, this one as well. Even if you think about condition 3, only if all the conditions are true, it will be, row will be displayed. At least one condition is true in all the 3 conditions, then it will be displayed. Now, my scenario is, what is my requirement? I want 102 and 103. Okay. So what you will use? Which condition you will use? Let us execute and see the criteria. Okay. So in this, I have 102, 103, 104, 1. Okay. 101, 102, 103, 104. I want 102 and 103 rows. This is my question. Okay. What? Right. Query. Query is nothing but your select query. Okay. To get 102 and 103 cust ID rows. This is my question. Now, what I need to write here? What I should write?
And
Where cust ID equal to 102. See, condition is same condition. You will not write and 103 or 103. You should again write the column. Okay. Here, what I should write? Okay. Who is saying and? Ramakrishna. What about others? Let us see for and. What happens if it is and? Okay. If I use and, what is the first row? 101. Okay. Both conditions are false for the row 1. Okay. Both conditions are false. Second, 102. First condition is true. Second condition is false. Because customer ID is 102. It is not 103. Third row. First condition is false. Second condition is true. Right? Fourth, both are false. Now you say for the and, will it display any row?
no.
See, I have 2 conditions. Okay.
Every time it gives us false.
102, 103. For the AND operator, first row 101, customer ID 101. Both conditions are false, right?
Yes.
Second row, first condition is true because 102. It is not 103. Third row, what is the third row? First condition is false because first condition is 102. Second condition is true because 103. Okay. This is AND operator. What happens if I use OR operator? First condition is false, second condition is false. First condition is true, second condition is false. Same, false, true. False, false. And if you use OR operator, here it will display second row, it will display third. Here, if I use and look at this, nothing is displayed. Why? Why? Because there is no all true conditions. And means what I told. And means rows will display only if all conditions are true. Here, everything is false, 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 at least one false. And what is all? Rows will display if any of the conditions are true. So here I have first condition is true, second condition is true. If I use OR, I'm getting 102 and 103. Got it?
Oh, yeah, got it.
I need everyone's response.
Yes, sir, got it.
Got it. Okay. Let me ask you one more question. Insert. Where is it? Insert statements. Did I give inserts? Insert. Okay. Now you say me write a query to get females with customer ID as 102. Let's write this. What you write? How you write? Select star from customer and then what I should write? Where
females.
everybody unmute. I want everyone's response. Where
gender is equal to female and custody is equal to NFD.
gender equal to
Yes.
X for
Mm.
custody equal to
1.
102. What I should write here? Chandani, Likit, Ramkrishna. What I should write here? Do I need to write and do I need to write or? Which one will give me the result?
And
okay, let us write and. How many of you say and?
2 plus 2. Sorry,
Or if any of the condition is true.
Or.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So and it is Ramakrishna or Chandani. Likit, whom do you go with? What we have? You want the data to receive? See, my query is this one. Normally they will be asking query, whoever it is, you will just look at the query. You want to get females with customer ID as 1 or 2. That is the query. Okay. So I have 1 or 2 male and female, both I have. See this. 1 or 2 male and 1 or 2 female. And I have 101 male and 102 female. Okay. Let us do this way. I'll give you let me execute only for 102. Okay. Now you say what I need to use. and. Okay. Why and why or why not or. And Chandni, why or? Chandni already told at least one. This should become okay.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Why and? Why I have one or two male also. I have one or one female also.
But we need females with 1 or 2 customer ID, right?
With.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't told it along with one or two. It is with one or two who is female. One or two customer ID who is a female.
Yes.
Okay. You can write this same. See, query is when we are asking, it can be in a different pattern. Okay. So we need cust ID 102 who is female. This is a different kind of asking question. Okay. So 102 who is female means customer ID 102 if I filter, see, try to filter with one condition. Okay. When you filter with one condition, you got male and female. 2 records you got. In these 2 records, you want to add one more condition, gender equal to F. Okay. So you have filtered this, right? So when you have filtered this, you got 2 records. Out of these 2 records, you want only female record. Now what you want to write here? Chandni? See, what happens if I write all, what is happening? All the females, so customer ID 102 will be coming, as well as all females will be coming, right?
Yes, sir. One not.
Females means 101, 103 will also come. So that is
Yeah.
not our requirement.
Yes, sir.
And 102 customer ID, you are getting male and female as well. Okay.
Hmm.
So whenever you are confused on
Yeah.
and or based on 2 conditions, 2 or more conditions, first try to filter out with one condition. Okay. See, if I filter condition with 1 or 2, what happened? I got 2.
2.
So
Yes.
now you will understand to use and or because see this. In these 2, first we got 2 out of 6 records. I got 2 records. In these 2 records, I need and. Now my question changed. Okay, what I'll do? I will ask something like this. Write a query to get all females and get test 1 customer. Now select star from customer. Now what you write? Write a query to get all females and get test 1 customer. Now let me know what you use. See, for SQL and or is very important because it is like ABCD. Okay, because you need to use. Just trust this. I want you guys to be familiar when to use what. What are the conditions I'm asking for? First, write the conditions. Gender equal to female. Okay. This is one condition. I got all the females. Okay. In this, I got test 1 female. Okay. But if you look at this complete data and see, you are writing this. Let us write one more condition. What I asked? What is my requirement? And test 1 customer also, right? We need test 1 customer. So name equal to test 1. I am getting 2 records. I have male and female. But if I use this, I'm getting all these people, all females. Now you say me, what is a condition I need to write? Or why or why not and? Why not and? If I write and, I'll get only one record, not all females. I'm losing this condition. What is my question? My question is, I want all females. So gender F is all females irrespective of name. Okay. And I need test one customers as well. So I need to use and test one customer. That means or test one. That means I need all females as well as I need to have test one if it is male or female. Okay. So if I execute or, what will happen? I got all the females and I got test one. See, it is not straightforward usage of your English. It is completely based on your understanding, how you think. This is all females. Gender equality F means all females. And also I need test one. So it is checking either this or that. It is simple like you are going to a shop or you are browsing mobile phone. Okay, you are buying a mobile. You want to choose, let's take RAM and storage. You are specific to these two, RAM and storage. What you will do? You need both, right? You need both conditions to be satisfied. Only then you will get it, right? Let us take you have 4 GB RAM and 1 TB, and you have 8 GB RAM, 1 TB, and you have 6 GB RAM, okay, 128 GB. Which one you will choose? You want a good RAM and storage. So you will go and check this. Good storage, but RAM is very low. So this condition. Your condition is false and true. And this one, it is both are good. And this is good, but this is false. Right? These two need to be satisfied. Only then you will buy the mobile, right? You cannot buy a mobile with 1 TB. Okay, storage is very good, but RAM is too slow. Because OS will take some 3 GB, then how can you run the applications, right? Getting it? How you are doing it? So when you are choosing your mobile phone, you are filtering RAM and storage. Okay. When it comes to camera and display or processor or display, whatever it is. Okay. You are choosing either of the one should be good because both combinations will not be available. Okay, let's take an example. Okay, camera and or processor, whichever it is. Okay, you want camera or let us take a battery backup, battery and processor. Okay, if you look at this, you will choose either of the one, not both. You want to buy, okay, battery is very good, it is 7000 mAh, but processor is bit slow. Okay, you will feel that okay, that's fine, battery is battery, you need battery backup. So what you will use, battery or processor? Either of the one should be good. If processor is good, you are more using more, you are playing more games and you want to use and you have a power backup. Okay, you have a portable 20,000 mAh battery. So you can keep charging and you can run your mobile phone, right? So you have that alternative. When you have alternative, you will choose either of these things should be good. Either battery, few people needs more calls than they are not a gamer and they just need to spend time over the calls. Then what you will do? They need more battery, 7000 mAh battery. Processor, even if it is slow, that's fine because they are just answering the calls, right? So they are least bothered about this. So in that cases, you will go for all. So whenever you are trying to see, my question is battery and processor, you will check for this. But when you're writing logical implementation, you will choose only one, right? So you want all these things as well as this, right? Same way, this one as well. You want both should be satisfied. Okay, both should be satisfied. It's not one row problem. Let us take, I have executed this again. Now if I use our condition 102F, we have 2 records. You can do more than 2 records. Okay. So you got all the females with 102 customer ID. Is it clear? And or operator
Yeah, clear.
when to use.
Yes, sir.
Srikanth. Is it a new guy?
Srikanth.
Sorry.
Srikanth. Dacharam.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So you got it right. And or when to use. Okay, you should able to write a queries if you write this and or operator. And instead of using or, if you are feeling okay, I'm a bit confused on this, then directly use something called as in, not in operators. We have another operators called as in, not in. Okay, what we can use, if any column you are trying to use for multiple values from the same column, you can directly use this operator, which is in. Same column, in operator. Instead of or, try to use in series. If the value is of same column, you cannot use customer ID in 102, 103, gender equal to, you cannot use it. You are checking values of same column, multiple values, then you can use instead of using. Okay, we are using this. Where is our first query? Instead of this, you can use this one, in operator. Okay. Instead of using or operator of the same column, keep this in mind. Same column, multiple values. If you want to get or operator, then use this in operator. If I use not in, what do you mean by not in? Not other than 102, 103, give me all other values, series 101, 104. Okay. Now I want write a query to get only males without using equal to operator. How to do this? How to do?
Gender not in.
So we have operators called as not equal to.
Not equal.
Okay. We have operator not equal to. So you will get only male. So we have different set of operators. So what are the operators we have? Equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than. Okay. And what is there?
Greater than or equal to.
Greater than
Or
or equal
equal
to, less than or equal to. You know these, right? What is this? This is greater than. This is less than. You would have learned in your schooling. What we will call? We will call it as arithmetical operators. Okay. Normally it will check for gender not equal to F. So these things we will just check for the equal to or not equal to all these operators. These are the basics. Okay, which you need to remember. You can use this. Let us take, you have any amount column or age. We have taken age, right? If you want to get age, select more than 18. Then what you will do? I don't have that column, but I'm just giving you example. Greater than or equal to 18. So you will get all the customers with age greater than or equal to 18. Okay. Let us take, I want 18 to 30. Then what you will do? Get all customers within age limit 18 to 30. 40, whatever it is. What you will try to do now? Anyone? You cannot give age in 1830.
In 18 to 30 age also.
In between 18 to 30, I need.
Yes, sir.
What I need to write?
Greater than or equal to 18, less than or equal to 30. And operator.
And
Less than or equal to 30.
always you cannot write like this. You should use the column name.
Age, yes.
Okay. So this will give, why not or? Why we should not use or? Why I should not use or?
It will get only 18 or 30.
Or if I use or, it will give only 18 or 30. Yeah? Let us take my age is 10. Okay, if I use or, always this condition will satisfy. Let us take my age is 40. Always this condition will be true. So if you give or for this kind of scenarios, all values from 0 to 30, this will be true. All values from 19 to 100 or whatever it is, it will be true. So there is no filtering condition. See, think logically. Okay. See, if you use or, less than 30, everything is true here. Greater than 18, everything is true here. So at least one condition is true, you are getting that record. Right? So that's the reason we are keeping this. If any age is 10, what happens? This will be failed. So you will not get that record. Right? But at any age, if it is more than, if it is 31, even if it is 31, this is false. Even this is true, this is false. So it will fail. That's why any age which is in between 18 to 30, both will be true. So that records will be picked. That is how database works. Whenever you give condition, it will go and check each and every row. It will check each and every row if that condition is true or false. Only if it is true, it will display, or else it will not display. Got it? So we have another scenario here. We can use something called as range between. Instead of getting this confusion, you can just give something like this. Between 18 and 30. So that you are not confused with and or operator. You can just give age between 18 and 30. Okay. This is how you can use. Here you can see the operator between. Okay. Got it? And let us see what we have done. Condition, multiple conditions we have seen, right? So are you clear, and or everyone? If you are not clear, we can discuss again. But you should make sure you are clear on this. When to use or, when to use and. If I have two different conditions, see, I'll use in operator only in such kind of things, right? If I have customer ID and this one, female, can I use in operator? No, definitely I should use and or. That you should filter. Just filter the first condition and go to the next condition. Only then you will understand whether you are getting the proper record or not. Okay. Now, let us discuss about joins. Let me open Paint. Let me show you something. Okay. This is my table 1. This is my table 2. Okay. Let's take the same part. This is a second data set. This is the third data set. This is the fourth data set. Okay. Let us take this is my customer and this is my orders. Okay. This is a common customers who have the orders. These are the orders and this is a customer. Okay. What I'll do, I'll fill this one, this one. The highlighted part is nothing but, let us remove this black, change the color. Okay, now the partition. Okay. Now, the thing here is, see, if you want the common data, that means you want customer and orders. You want all the customers with the orders who have the orders. So that is this part, common part. You want all the customers who have the orders and who also does not have the orders. That means you want all the customer details. And if any orders are placed, you want that order details as well. At this one, you want all the orders. If the customer is registered or a guest customer, whoever it is. Okay. So this is that diagram and you want all the details, like it can be customers without orders, customer with orders and guest orders, customers who is not registered. Okay. If you look at this is called as inner and this is called as left ground. This is called as right order zone and this is called as full order zone. Okay, so these are the joints. us take example of left outer join, or you can just write it as left join or left outer join. And this is right. And this is full. You may call it as full outer join or full join. Okay. By looking at this diagram, what are you understanding? What is the inner join? Which is what area it is? It's a common area of these two, right? That means common data between two tables. Joins are nothing but to get data from more than one table based on the common column condition, or you can just say based on the conditions. So here, if we are taking an example of customer and order, we have common column as custody. I will explain you why we need to have two tables. Okay. So first understand this. Here what I am getting? I am getting inner join as a common data. What is the left outer join? What do you understand by this? What data you are taking?
Customers who
All
order.
rows from the left hand table, right? So you're not filtering anything from the left table. You are getting all rows from the left table, all rows from left table, and right table columns data is displayed for matched. That is common for matched rows. For unmatched rows, right table column will be none. We'll see this example. Okay. And what about right? It is vice versa of left join. That means see the vice versa. Instead of left table, you will get all rows from right table. All rows from right table, and left table column data is displayed for matched rows, and for unmatched rows of unmatched rows of left table column will be none. Okay. What about full? What is the full?
It shows all the records from left table and right
All
table.
rows from left and right table. Okay. Let us take this. Why exactly we need two tables? Okay, this is about joins. It needs a brief explanation on why we need more than one table, why not. This is that we call it as normalization. We'll discuss these topics on Monday. Okay. Normalization. Normalization is why we should not have only one table for all data. Okay. So these are the questions which we need to have. Okay. And what happens if we use in data warehouse, normally we store data in more than one table. Why? How to get the data from more than one table? Why and which scenarios we use this? These are the key things. Okay, once we are good with these joins, then we are almost 50 to 60% good in SQL. Okay, other than this, in the SQL you have only functions. Okay, this is a key thing which we need to discuss, and we'll discuss that on Monday, next session. There is no session tomorrow. Okay, hope you are clear with the basic concept of where condition. Okay, I'll share the notes. Try to practice it. So guys, repeating, few people have joined late. Tomorrow there is no session. Okay, it is not coming here. Is it problem of select star? Next session is on Monday. You guys need to practice database commands before the session and try to create 2 tables.